All right, y'all. So it's time to get down to business. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NFL Thoughts. So, my thoughts on this game tomorrow. There's some people who feels like this is a trap game. This is no trap game. Maybe under Jason Garrett, we had some trap games, but this is not a trap game. This is not even the same team that we were with Jason Garrett, you know, a short while back. So, yeah, this is not a trap game. I am fully confident that we are going to win this game. And as far as my predictions, well, Dak Prescott's back. And my prediction is, well, I hope that Kellen Moore, my prediction is that, I'm not going to say hope, my prediction is Kellen Moore will continue to run 12 personnel and continue to have a commitment to that running game. And we're going to keep feeding it to Zeke and Pollard, like we've been doing. The only difference now is that we got Dak back. So our offense's explosiveness is now back under number 4. So we don't have to change anything. We don't gotta change anything. We can stay balanced with the run and pass game. It's just now we got our quarterback back who brings that explosiveness back to the offense where some big plays may occur, occasionally. So, yeah, and to be quite honest with you though, a game like this, against a team like this, we probably don't really need, you know, any major explosive plays. But nonetheless, we're going to have them. But with that being said, I think Kellen Moore is going to keep doing what he's doing. Run 12 personnel. He's going to stay balanced with the run pass game. But now that we have Dak back, now those big plays are going to. Those big plays are not only going to be there, they were there with Cooper Rush these past 5 games. We don't have to worry about the big plays being there. Forget the big plays being there. They're there. Now we got Dak back. When those big plays are there, we can and we will make those big plays when they are there because Dak will make those big plays. Nonetheless, yeah, so that's what we're going to get, out of our passing attack. As far as the rushing attack, the Lions have the worst run defense in the NFL. The worst run defense in the NFL. I would say this could be a cakewalk. I mean, we might honestly very well get like 240 total yards rushing. And now, with that being said, though, I think that Zeke's going to have his first 100-yard rushing game. He's going to have his first 100-yard rushing game this Sunday, tomorrow. He's going to get his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. I mean, he got real close last Sunday night if we would have just kept running the ball. But, yeah, he got real close and he only ran the ball 13 times. And this is a relatively worse run defense than the Eagles. And the Eagles had a bad run defense. And the thing is, people were looking at a rushing yardage allowed. That's what they were looking at, is the Eagles' rushing yards allowed at that point. Well, if y'all look at the stats, you'll see that the Eagles were 25th in yards allowed per carry, giving up an average of 5 yards a game. And now they're 27th after that game against us, and they're still at 5 yards a carry. But nonetheless, their rushing yards allowed ranking dropped. But nonetheless, so the Eagles didn't. It wasn't really that they had a good run defense. It's that teams weren't really running the ball enough against him. I would say the Lions probably ran the ball the most against the Eagles week 1, when they played them. That's why the Lions had so much offensive success, is because they kept pounding the rock, running the ball against the Eagles, and they gashed them. Matter of fact, they've given up the most rushing yards the Eagles have allowed all season, and it's because the Lions were running the ball. They had a full commitment to the running game. So I promise you, the Eagles are feeling themselves, but I promise you, if they know how to beat them, which is by a fully commitment to the running game, that's how you'll be able to do this. Nonetheless, back to what I was saying earlier. I don't know why we got so off topic. Nonetheless, I think that Dak will throw for between 240, 250, passing. And I think on the ground, we could possibly get, I'm not going to say 240. Okay, I'm not going to say that. That's a little bit much. We'll get 190 yards in this game. 190 yards. Zeke is going to have his first 100-yard rushing game this season. And I'm going to say... he gets just over 100. Somewhere between 100 and 109 or 110. Pollard, he's going to get, trust me, he's going to get some totes too. And, possibly 60 to 70 yards in this game. But nonetheless, I got us getting 190 rushing yards. I got Dak getting between 240, 250 passing yards. He's going to throw a couple touchdown passes. And we're going to get a couple runs on the ground in the end zone as well. So, yeah. And then receiving, this is the connection between Dak and Ceedee back on Sunday night, the last time that they both were playing. The connection just was not fully there. And I'll be quite honest with you, it might not fully be there again this week. It might not be fully there again tomorrow. I'm going to say that Ceedee will probably get 50 to 60 yards, 50 to 65 receiving yards in this game. I know it's kind of odd with Dak being back. I have CeeDee Lamb's receiving yard stats, being pretty low. I know, but they gotta build chemistry. They gotta build that chemistry first. I don't know if they fully built that chemistry yet. You saw the chemistry just was not there when they played week 1 on Sunday night. Now, I'm not saying that that's what it's going to be like all season long. You can't, decide an entire season off of one game. But I will say that it's probably not going to be this week, but maybe they'll, get that chemistry going maybe next week. But for right now, I got Ceedee, getting a pedestrian 50 to 65 receiving yards. And the thing is, he's been solid. People act like these past two games he's been terrible, but he's really been solid overall. He had 5 catches, 53 yards against the Rams. Half of Cooper Rush's completions went to him. And then, once again, almost half of Cooper Rush's completions went to CeeDee Lamb again against the Eagles on Sunday night. 5 receptions, 68 yards. I mean, not bad. Right now, by the way, he's averaging 68 yards a game. So he's on pace right now for over 1,000. But yeah, like I said, 50 to 65 receiving yards. I think the guy who's going to have if you want to call it a breakout game, if he hasn't already had his breakout game, I think this game, Noah Brown's going to break out. Noah Brown, I believe it or not, I honestly no, my fault. I think it's going to be Gallup who's going to have his breakout game of this season thus far. He's going to have his breakout game against the Lions. I have him being our first 100-yard receiver of the season. I know, that's crazy, right? We haven't had a 100-yard receiver yet this year. Ceedee got close, though, against the Commanders. He had 97 in Week 4 against Washington. But, yeah, we haven't had a receiver get to 100 yards receiving yet this year. But, like I said, I believe Michael Gallup's going to have his breakout game tomorrow, and he's going to be our first 100-yard receiver this year. I think him and Dak might have a better connection as of right now than him and CeeDee Lamb. And the thing is, this is going to be the first game in a while that Dak and Gallup have, shared the same field. But nonetheless, I have Gallup getting 100 in this game. This is going to be his breakout game. So I got Elliott getting over 100, and I got Gallup getting over 100 receiving. So I have us getting, 240, 250. 240, 250, 190 yards rushing. We're gonna get 430 to 440 yards of total offense. We're getting 400 yards of total offense in this game. So yeah, and now let's talk about the defense. Y'all are coming off of kind of a rough game on Sunday night. Now, the points, and I wouldn't quite call that your fault, because at the same time, Cooper Rush was throwing all them interceptions and kept on giving the Eagles short field. So I don't know if I want to blame that on you guys. What I will blame on you is allowing the Eagles to convert third down after third down after third down. We couldn't get off the field, man, and they wouldn't let themselves get off the field. So that was kind of a problem on Sunday night. So we're gonna get that. Trust me, we're gonna get that cleaned up. And against Jared Goff, I think we'll hold them to we'll hold them to sub 300 yards of total offense. I think the defense is going to get a season high 7 sacks on Jared Goff. I think that Parsons is going to get 2 more sacks in this game. He's got 6 right now. I got him getting 2 in this game. And D-Law is going to feast for the first time since week 3 against the Giants. I don't have him getting 3 sacks, but I do have him getting 2 sacks in this game. Micah Parsons and D. Law, I have them both each getting 2 sacks in this game. Dorance Armstrong, you already know he's going to get home. He's been getting home all year. And then Dante Fowler, I believe might get a sack. I want Sam Williams to get his first sack, man. I want, I know we're supposed to be doing predictions, but you know what? With my heart, my heart wants Sam Williams to get a sack in this game. So that will add to our 7 total that Sam Williams gets his first sack this tomorrow. So we hold the Lions to sub 300 yards of total offense. We sack Jared Goff 7 times. And as far as turnovers, well, we're gonna get some turnovers. We're gonna get some turnovers. I'm gonna say though we're gonna get. I'm gonna say we'll get 2. I don't think it's gonna be a whole lot about, change of possession, like turnovers. I think it's going to be a lot about being just a suffocating defense and not allowing the Lions to really get much of anything rather than the turnovers. Turnovers are big, but I think it's just going to be more about us getting them off the field, forcing them to punt. Maybe they go for it on 4th down and they don't get it, and then they don't get nothing, and yeah, so now it's time for the prediction score. I haven't done this in a while, but drum roll please. 37-7. This is going to be total domination that we're going to do to the Lions tomorrow. 37-7. That is my final score prediction. Cowboys. Well, that has been my time. And like, subscribe. This is NFL Thoughts. Out.